Hello everyone. Today is Monday, June 27th, 2022 at 8:02 a.m. in the morning. So, I probably should have gone to sleep at 7 o'clock yesterday evening when my body was trying to make me go to sleep. But I think I did try to go to sleep, but only less than 30 minutes. And then I tried to go to sleep again around 9. That didn't work. So I was kind of cold, so I turned the air down, and I didn't get to fall asleep until after 2 o'clock in the morning. I think it was after 2 o'clock in the morning. I finally was able to go to sleep. So, um, like yesterday, it was 3 Kraft family members' birthday. Their criminal, illegal, satanic birthday. I think it was John John's son, one of his sons. I think it was his son John Trail, because Rosh has the birthday of Valentine's Day, and I always thought that Rosh's birthday was June 26th also, but I guess it was John Trail. I know it was one of them, and then also Fernell from that family, and Stank Whore Lanika. So Fernell and Lanika were criminally, illegally, and undeservingly in my doggone dream. Um, like repetitive. Well, no, it's like they kept both of them at different moments kept on reappearing in different dreams that I had, that like the night before. Well, early that morning on the 26th. Um, and it was also the foster sister Joni's birthday yesterday as well. And then a few other people I know. Um, but Joni, it seemed like she still hates me from foster care childhood. Well, just like the Kraft family and a lot of foster family members, in the slander gang stalking slander campaigns. I think that, Joni and her brother James and them, they basically, I don't think they want anything to do with me, or they don't want to hear from me, for the rest of my life. And just like certain biological family members, they don't want to hear from me. I mean, how could you go on with your life acting like as if you have a sister, like as if your sister or cousin or whatever doesn't exist? And they just, like the biological family, they basically want to eliminate and erase me from the family while trying to include strangers they just met. And then they even go as far as to try to replace me with strangers and include the strangers as family and put them in place of me, on purpose to try to make me envious or try to make me jealous or something. So certain family members who I've done nothing to them, and they even hate me. So and then, well, from 2 something this morning to about 7 o'clock, fake ass Trisha kept appearing in several of my doggone dreams. And I think that was the first time she ever appeared in any of my dreams. And it was like the night before, like as if I would wake up and go use the bathroom and then go back to sleep and then have a different dream. And she's reappearing in like almost all of my dreams. So, some people say that when that happens, that person might be doing witchcraft on you or something. I don't know. Or or some people might say, well, oh, that's demonic spirits attacking you in your sleep or whatever. But your dreams can even affect you spiritually, even if you sleep during the daytime. Like, even if you take a nap at 1 o'clock p.m. and then wake up at 3, you can have a horrible bad dream, or you can have a like sleep paralysis, or anything like that. But I know about the gang stalking and the dream manipulation and stuff like that also. So I think that the dreams that I had, have been a lot of dream manipulation lately, or with them controlling my dreams. So and now I can't even put into words or explain what events happened in the dream, or those dreams that I had within the past couple of days. But then I had like a perverted bad dream, um that's too shameful for me to even talk about. When I had a nap yesterday, um and like in the like, I think it was from 11 o'clock to like two o'clock or something. I think I had probably a 2 or 3 hour nap yesterday during the day after I came from the restaurant. So I had a perverted bad dream when I was sleeping, but it was unwanted and against my will. Basically, I don't control my dreams, and I can't control my dreams, you know. And I mean, I don't even want to talk about the embarrassing, shameful, bad dream that I had, you know. But so, and watch the online perps try to fill in the blanks on what they think my dreams were, or what, or they'll try to twist certain things that I never said. But the perverted bad dream, it was internally and by myself, you know. Excuse me. So I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna mention, you know, in detail like the perverted bad dream that I had, that I woke up emotionally and mentally disturbed. And then if I tell another professed targeted individual that I had such and such dream about them, you know, any other time, that they would get mad and cut off all contact with me, and then falsely assume that I was perping them by telling them what bad or crazy dream I had about them. So now, you know, if even another professed targeted individual were to show up in my dream, you know, I can't tell them what the dream was. Or I can't tell them, well, hey, you were in my dream and this happened. So, like, when I was at Trisha's house, I had a nightmare about John from the Kraft family. I think I may have told y'all about this. I had a nightmare that I forgot what happened, if he got shot and killed, or if he got punched, or if he got stabbed, or something bad happened to him and he died in the bad dream. But earlier in that dream, it was another guy who was supposed to be a targeted individual, and in that dream, he freaking raped. Another guy that's supposedly a targeted individual. He raped me. But John from the Kraft family That's that Masonic craft family I was just telling y'all about, But John is no targeted individual at all, and anything, he's a narcissistic perp. But I'm talking about a different person who raped me in the doggone dream earlier. That dream, bad dream that I had, and I think that was the dream that where John was crying like a 4-year-old, and then they were at like a there was like a block party right or this party right outside of Trisha's house, and I looked out the window in the dream, and that was around the time when I was still at Trisha's house, and people were trying to tell me that I better hurry up and get out of there fast because Trisha trying to set me up for a sacrifice. That's why she wanted me to wait until May 18th. But, earlier that morning, she told me, if you want to, if you don't feel comfortable with staying here, then, let me know, and I won't get offended. Well, lo and behold, I had enough of her gaslighting and perping me and playing games. So, and doing disrespectful stuff. And she had questionable items in her house, yet professed to be Christian. So, I just didn't feel right being there. So then I couldn't take it no more. So then I told her I was ready to leave, and I was actually trying to pack my stuff up the night before, and she probably knew that. And I just didn't feel comfortable there anymore. And so she lied and said that, Candy waited till after I said I wasn't going to pay $365 a week for her to stay there at the motel, and then she got mad and left. No, you got offended and got mad and said that you weren't going to pay, and I never even asked you to pay for anything. I never asked you to pay for $365, and you never paid the whole $365, and I never expected you to. But you just want to, exert illegal control over me, despite being almost young enough to be my dog, halfway young enough to be my doggone child. You are many years younger than me. So when I said I had enough of her playing games and laughing and thinking everything is funny and throwing up the devil horns and satanic hand signs, and it's like, I gotta go. So that's when I said I didn't want to stay there no more. That's when she got mad and offended and said, well, don't expect me to pay your $365 every week and stuff like. She got an attitude. And so I just said nothing else. And I packed my stuff and left, and she tried to bully, harass, and lecture me and trying to falsely accuse me of, she tried to say, well, I don't appreciate you throwing it, I don't appreciate you having a tantrum in my home. And stuff like that. I mean, and I'm like, well, her talking about, tantrum in your home. I mean, I had already booked the Uber ride and everything and was trying to hurry up and pack up and leave and get the hell on out of there. Because I knew the moment she said tantrum in my home, this bitch trying to get me locked up in a mental institution or something. Or trying to create a mental health crisis because she was mad because I didn't want to stay there no more. And she tried to make it like she wanted me to wait until the 18th. If I say I don't feel comfortable and I want to leave, why the hell are you trying to make me wait another 9 days? Anything could have happened at that time. And then she was planning to go back to Massachusetts to handle some car business. And I don't even know if she even did that. But, I mean, everything happened so fast. And I have a right to speak my piece and say what truly happened and tell my side of the story, which nobody's freaking listening to. And a lot of stuff she did and said bothered me. And then she wanted to cry and falsely accuse me of doxing her when she showed my text messages that I showed her and used them as a weapon against me and twisted it and turned them around because she's the one who sold out, because she was about to sacrifice me for $100,000 a year. That's doggone crumbs. Talking about some senior management position for this job that you about to sacrifice me for $100,000 a year. That's crumbs. It ain't like you about to be a quick millionaire. So And I'm appalled at how many professed targeted individuals went and flocked to her and talk about, oh, Candy was always sketchy. Oh, I never could stand her. I always question her videos were always questionable. How and I show proof and footage of my gang stalking, but you don't. All you do is, you know, have videos about how great life is. Fake videos about how great life is and stuff. And your ass ain't even struggling. So so it's like, and then it seems like they want to make sure that every video where Trisha's name is mentioned that I do, they want to make sure that I'm punished with no thumbs up. But oh, if she does videos about me, she can get increase of subscribers, comments, likes, all over 100 comments and likes. She just gotta. I've been having this YouTube channel since like about 6 years or so, but she just got on YouTube and getting like massive likes, comments, followers, subscribers, and everything already. She's become one of the popular fakes real quick. And how you gonna claim to be targeted and then call other targeted individuals? You say, oh, targeted individuals have mental illness, and other professed targeted individuals are blind to your witchcraft and stuff because your manipulation. Because any other TI would resist that. They would resist you lying and saying that TIs are mentally ill. They will pull away from you and know that you're a fake and a perp for saying that TIs are mentally ill. So I'm hearing about supposed back pay or reparations for Havana syndrome victims, but I heard it's only for a few of them, and I forgot all the details or whatever. But yeah, we targeted individuals are suffering doggone what they call Havana syndrome, and we're not mentally ill. But yeah, that was Kevin Samuels who Patricia that she kept ranting about. Kevin Samuels, and he recently died. That was his name, Kevin Samuels, who recently died, and he was like another Tommy Sotomayor, and she acted like she was all mad and ranting about him and stuff like that. When I tried to show her around the beach and stuff like that. And it looked like it was gonna rain that day, but I don't think it rained. It was overcast or something that day. And it seemed like she started to act a certain kind of. She was more subtle with her perping at the beginning, you know. And when she got to my motel room to pick me up, one of the first things she wanted to do was use the doggone bathroom. But she lied on me and said that I was nasty and stinky and never took not one bath there. And I did take at least one bath. And even that time, that was when they was, even when I was in the motel before I got by her, almost every time I tried to take a bath, they kept squeezing my organs. And I told her about that. She made it like everything was okay. You know, and she didn't take that many baths when I was there. She probably took a bath like twice. She didn't shower every day herself. She had that fake ass wig on, you know, that fake raggedy retired looking wig. I mean, and it looked like her hair is shorter than mine. But you want to front like you think you're so much better than me, but everything about you is freaking fake. Fake. And she lied and twisted every doggone thing. Everything. She lied and twisted the truth about every doggone thing. It even seemed like that nappy head roots guy was even believing her lies about me. That crushed me deeply, and I've been doggone silent about that. It seemed like everybody came together and huddled against me, and it seems like her lies were working. And then she tried to copy off of Q the Realm, when Q the Realm did a video saying, "Oh, why targeted individuals, why TIs don't always talk about, film their gang stalking or whatever, because you ain't targeted." And then Trisha tried to do a video copying off of her with those same titles, just like when she first did a fake follow-up video to smear campaign and lie on me and stuff. She tried to copy everything Monique did. And I'm like, how lame. If you think you're better than me, but all you do is copy other people. She even copied off of me with certain things. And these narcissistic fake copycats who steal ideas from other people and then make it their own, and then falsely glorify themselves as the original trendsetter, and then get all this fake credit for it. And I'm supposed to stay silent, but I'm still suffering behind what Trisha did to me. And then people will try to make it like as if, well, it's better that you're still alive and homeless than being dead. They'll say, well, oh, it's better that you're alive and back homeless again than being dead. Because that me being back homeless on the streets and everybody turning against me, it's like, if I was the liar, I wouldn't have been so persecuted by everybody and everybody turning against me and huddling together and say, oh, I never did like her, or I always had an issue with her, I never could stand Candy, and stuff like that. When you secretly sold out a long time ago and became, you took a deal and became a perp. But Trisha twisted that, and I already showed on my main Targeted by the PsychWorld channel videos, of me showing the screenshots of what the perps had sent me. And then she, she doxed me illegally and falsely accused me of having ties to the occult, and then having her cult followers lie and falsely accuse me of being the witch and the demon possessed and stuff like that, when it's actually them. They're the ones dabbling in the occult and practicing witchcraft. I'm sitting here fighting for my life every day and struggling to survive. If Trisha claimed she was only homeless for 2 hours on the streets, and then, you took a deal after 2 hours? Damn. And if people would see what you really look like, then you would, people wouldn't sexually want you like that. But you use fakery and witchcraft to put on a fake image that you don't even look like that naturally. But you can make insults about talking about falsely accusing me of smelling so bad when I can't talk about how you look. And then, as I said, Queen of the South has been harassing me ever since the situation with Trisha. I never knew of this Queen of the South perp before then. And so I've been having a lot more harassers. And then Trisha copied off my twin sister with lying and saying that, oh, Candy's sending people after me. No, more people are coming attacking me. So, I'm still not, I have a right to process and express my traumas and what people younger than me have freaking put me through. So I'm still doggone freaking suffering and going through stuff, and then try to get another job, still trying to process what I'm going through. And that didn't work out, and they bullied me off the job. And I'm disabled with certain limitations. And then last night I was upset about what happened Friday with that fake crusty Michael Brooks or Michelle Brooks bus driver. I'm gonna say she. You're gonna be disrespectful. I mean, how you gonna be a masculine, manly man and be abusive, cruel, and disrespectful towards a female for no reason at all? And I'm gonna tell what happened again. When they had heavy gang stalking activity, I try to rush and make it there as fast as possible. Any other bus driver, they would have waited about 10 or 15 seconds for me to run to the actual bus stop. No, he waited till he saw me down. He waited till he saw me getting near the bus stop, and he hurried up and tried to speed up on purpose to try to pass me up in speed on purpose when we were going opposite directions, and I was trying to get towards the bus stop. And before he made it to the bus stop, I was trying to flag him down, and he he deliberately tried to pass me up on purpose, and then still got caught by the light. And I tried to get on the bus, and he tried to deliberately and on purpose not let me on the bus. Any other bus driver, if they know that I'm a passenger, they would have they would have, and they saw me flagging the bus down, they would have stopped at the bus stop and waited for me for a few seconds to run and get on the bus. But no, he wanted to pass me up and be evil on purpose because he had a personal issue with me and wouldn't let me on because he's a perp. And then it was about to start raining, and it was about to rain a whole damn zoo, forget raining cats and dogs. And he wanted to leave me stuck out and stranded in the rain on purpose. And he knew it was going to rain. So I was upset thinking about that last night. And I said, this made me not want to take the buses no more. And then he wouldn't let me, viciously wouldn't let me on. And then called from the bus telephone and called the station. And try to make himself look innocent. And then later on, the supervisor must have told him to let me on. And he said, well, the supervisor told me next time not to let you on. And I said, you know what? You lied. I was close enough to the bus stop where he could have waited a couple of seconds. But as I say, he just wanted to be evil. And he had time to stop later on and do something personal. I don't know what he ran off the bus to go do. But he could have freaking waited for me like any other bus driver. Just like Saturday, there was a bus driver who thought I was trying to take the bus. But at that time, I didn't need the bus because I was about to walk to the library. But I've had problems like that in Greenville, South Carolina, in my hometown, New Orleans, and stuff like that. Evil perp bus drivers, and that happened in Greenville, South Carolina, with that hardcore Butch Mandyke bus driver, Georgia, who everybody so dearly loved and freaking worshipped. And she didn't do anything. She was like one of the top elite bus drivers, and she would speed everywhere. And she was a sociopathic perp bus driver, and I didn't know she was a gang stalker. And then the so-called the bus service, what they did was I forgot what the name of the bus service in Greenville, South Carolina. I can't think of Green Link or something like that. But there have been sometimes, even here in Pensacola and in New Orleans, where I could be standing directly at the bus stop. and the bus drivers would be rude and pass me up and then lie and say I wasn't there, or something like that. And then I called the station, and then the station, the supervisors always defend and agree with the bus drivers. Like, they can always be right, and you'll never believe the passenger. You'll always believe that bus driver, because you feel like the bus driver has so-called position of authority over the passenger because they're the driver. But for all that, he just didn't want me on the bus. And then for him to take his time and get off the bus and take an unnecessary break at a place that it wasn't, the bus stop wasn't there. And then he tried to set me up for a truck was trying to hit me and drive by and not slow down and trying to hit me. But then he wants to front like he cared about my safety and said, well, it's dangerous. Well, if you would have stopped at the stop, which was just a few feet away, then, and just waited for me like any other normal bus driver, but you just want to be a sadistic, cruel, stingy perp. You just wanted me to suffer out in the rain on purpose. That's what it was. And then try to say that the next time that the next time the supervisor told him not to let me on. But I was close enough that you could have waited. And then, as I said, for you to take an unnecessary luxury break further down the road. But he was camouflaged and took a break at the other spot for what seemed like a long time, and I was trying to rush it, but it was across the street, so it was. I guess he must have he already took a long break right by the gas station, and so I was trying to rush, and remember I told y'all in a video that I was trying to rush, and I was trying to hurry up and get there as fast as possible. So, but yeah, as I said, any other bus driver, they would have stopped. But people would be like, "Oh, you were at fault because you weren't at the stop." Well, I was close enough. You get it? But people making like I'm not allowed to talk about my life story or gang stalking events that happen in my life. They want to force me to shut up about any abuse that I'm going through. Hold up. So I'm just emotionally venting my frustrations. I don't have anybody personally I can talk to. But I've dealt with, like, I said that I'm even traumatized by so-called targeted friends who flip and become perps and secretly and discreetly before your eyes and without you realizing it. And then they start to act like an abusive, narcissistic perp trying to dictate and control my life. And I say, I'm done with having friends anymore. If every friend in my life got to be like a covert narcissist and a narcissistic control freak fake friend, and I can't have like a loyal real friend, then I don't want friends at all. And I'm still traumatized by an abusive fake friendship by somebody who was supposed to be doggone targeted, and then using projection and falsely accused me of perping him. And he's been acting all kinds of erratic. And I'm still not over that either. So that was the person I had the nightmare about. That I told y'all about that happened in May. So I'm just doggone venting my doggone feelings and emotions right now, and I felt like so highly. Maybe that might have. I don't know if me what the Michael Brooks bus driver, what he did to me. Um, if maybe I was that upset last night that I couldn't sleep. I don't know, but I was so agitated and felt like, I don't even want to take those dirty buses no more. And it's like I've been like, how the hell y'all are okay with just being rude and abusive and mean, unnecessarily ruining a good, normal, otherwise normal, good day that I could have had. And then you're a freaking man doing this to a homeless female. You treating like this. What if I was doggone pregnant and you ain't heard or seen from or heard? I mean, you ain't heard from or seen me in a while. I'm sorry, those words didn't come out right. What if I was pregnant by now? And then it had been a while since I took the doggone buses and stuff, So I'm just trying to get back into the mode of, I think they're trying to look for ways to try to get me to just not ride the buses. Looking for covert ways to get me to not ride the buses, all via courtesy of Alex Dupree, who they all worship him. All the bus drivers worship him and he worships them. Alex acts like he worships the bus drivers and the homeless clique, but I'm the only homeless person he hates. And he hangs out with homeless people and offer them deals to get them to perp and surveil me. And Alex trying to get me to sell out and stuff. Oh, he hates that. He hates my rejections. You ain't going to sit there and make me to become a prostitute and a perp for crumbs. Now you bastards want to think you can dangle a box of pizza or a slice of pizza in my face and think I'm supposed to say yes. And I know that would have been all a lie. I'm thinking about all these celebrity deals that they be cheated out of. And if any of these dead celebrities, if they speak out, or whenever they speak out about being cheated out of their own money, they end up being dead. Left Eye even spoke out about Left Eye from TLC. She even talked about being cheated out of, they'll cheat you out of millions. Like, what's the point of selling out or selling your soul and you still be cheated out of that money anyway? And that's why I say if people are selling out for free or donating their souls to Satan for free now and still getting nothing in return, I don't get it. So people are angry but they make like as if they're exercising God's judgment against punishing me for doing X, Y, Z, punishing me for everything I do and say. They use it against me and punish me. But no, y'all don't have the authority to punish, so you're bullying and persecuting and abusing. I will die never getting to be a homeowner. I will die never getting to be like a car owner. Die never getting to see what it's like to give birth and have kids. Or be married to somebody. Y'all working for the devil and y'all got to fulfill dreams that I wish I could have got to fulfill. I thought you could be just normal and fulfill certain dreams. Wow, get married and have kids? I can't even do that. And have a successful, wonderful family? Oh, I can't even do that. And I wouldn't even trust getting married nowadays because I wouldn't want for the husband to be an abusive narc or a handler or a pimp or anything like that. I wouldn't want to be married to a handler. So I just feel better being by myself with nobody to be in control of me. I would hate to marry an abusive man and have babies for him. Somebody that's abusive, cruel, and disrespectful. Be married to a man who despises, and hates my guts. What's the point of getting married for? If you married a woman who you hate so dearly. So anyway, another thing I forgot to talk about last week was the day that I had all those incidents happen, like with that janitor that thought he was the manager, the trash pickup guy who tried to bully me about the sleeping issue, and then the perp in the red shirt, the homeless perp in the red shirt that kept on antagonizing me. Before around that time, that day, also they had a narcissistic perp who wanted to try to force me, like when I was trying to panhandle, and he was almost young enough to be my child, and he thought he had the authority to force me to eat a sandwich, and I said no. I said that I had a sandwich yesterday. He's like, well, no, we're gonna go and get a. He said, well, you can, with a deceitful looking smile on his face. He said it on purpose just to make me mad, because he had falsely assumed that if he donated money to me, that I was gonna go use it for drugs. He was one of those type of people, so he tried to dictate and control where I should eat. And try to say, well, I said, well, I had been having too much bread lately, and I wanted some real food. And so he's like, I said, well, I just had a sandwich yesterday. He said, well, you can have a sandwich again today. And he triggered and provoked me. And then once I got mad, he ignorantly laughed and thought it was funny. And then he went to introduce me to all his friends or whatever. And then demanded an answer for my life story of why and how I became homeless, and asked me all these nosy questions and stuff. I'm like, damn, if you want to help a homeless person, help. But it's like, why you act like you demand an answer, like I owe you an answer for, what if I just wanted to get some beans and rice that was about $4? I don't know if they raised the prices on the beans and rice. And the beans and rice would have been cheaper than that sandwich you were offering me. And I had just came from that place earlier that day with the sandwich, and I felt like, well, I didn't want to go back there, because they might have felt like, oh, you're wearing out your welcome and stuff. And that was that place where that man gave me the abusive, rude looks and gave me trouble and stuff. The man who walks, well, Alex is gay too, but the man the short midget who narcissistically walks like a female and stuff like that, and the gay janitor that looks like a midget version of Alex Dupree. So yeah, I forgot to mention about all that too. So I knew I was going to be talking long today because I needed to doggone vent. And if you want to shun me for venting, you're not God to condemn me about doggone venting. So I just can't believe how people work for Satan but then want to play God. That's mind-boggling to me. But anyway, maybe because it was the weekend, I didn't get. I need to see about the doggone deposit for the third time I stayed here. Cause see, I think it was Tuesday night and Wednesday night. Somebody helped me out, and so Tuesday night I got help. Then I went to that was when I dealt with the rude bus driver. Was that the day of that incident? I think it was the day of that incident, or probably Monday, when I had just a bad day all day that day. It probably was Monday, but then Tuesday I dealt with that rude bus driver, the female rude bus driver, and then Tuesday afternoon somebody helped me out. And so then I got a hotel room, and then And then I checked out the next morning because, as far as I know, I just barely had enough for food and stuff left over, and they took the $50 deposit. And so I got the deposit a few days later from that. And so then the next night, the person donated me some more money, and then I went and took a hotel room, and same thing, another deposit. So the deposit from Wednesday evening I just got this morning. And so then Thursday was when I got my check. And I did one night, the third night, and then checked out Friday. And then Friday I had to be on the streets. And so I don't know if today, if they might do a pending refund today, or I hope they didn't take that refund. And then Friday night I had to sleep on the streets, and then it was raining. I thought it was going to rain all day, every day this week. They keep on switching the weather. I already explained about that. So then Saturday I took in 4 nights, and then I'm supposed to get credit for 8 stamps, and then I think I would have to check out of here again. So probably Wednesday, because Wednesday morning I have to check out of here. So I don't know if Wednesday night and Thursday night I'll have to be back on the streets. And, I guess this hotel has certain rooms with certain things wrong with it, but I thought they remodeled this place. Well, maybe they didn't remodel everything, but this toilet doesn't work, and the bathroom light won't work. So those aren't my fault. And the man told me that he told me Friday, he swore up and down that I was gonna get the my deposit back from Thursday night. And he told me not to worry about the toilet situation. But I still haven't seen anything yet. Maybe because it was the weekend. But I'm going to keep an eye out. But I got my $50 deposit today. So I'm like, yay, I don't have to go back downtown. I don't have to go downtown today. So it's now 8:50 in the morning. I haven't eaten anything yet. And I didn't eat anything yet. But I know what I don't want. But I'm tempted to go down the street, but I don't want to get perked though. But I would like to go to IHOP for the first time since Hurricane Sally. In one way, I kind of feel like I don't feel like walking way down there. But in another way, I feel like they got restaurants nearby, closer nearby. But I wanted some moist pancakes. I haven't had IHOP in a long time. I wanted some moist pancakes. But it looks like yesterday that video that I did talking about people giving me mean looks. It seemed like the online perps, I know they defended and agreed with that little boy, that he was in the right. If I would have gave somebody a look like that, if I was 8 or 9 years old, the foster mom would have slapped me up and down the whole city of the whole New Orleans metro area. I wouldn't have got away with disrespecting an adult like that. But now that's why society is corrupt, because people making, like, nowadays children have a right to disrespect and abuse adults. But I got some support on Twitter for what I talked about the being an adult and being bullied by a child. And as I said, people, they think, children are so pure and innocent. People corrupt children all the doggone time. So anyway, between today and tomorrow, I guess I got $50 to survive off of. But I'm going to try to eat just twice today and reduce my meals today. I'm going to try to, make things as cheap and affordable as possible, even if I just eat leftovers. But then I have to leave on Wednesday. And so I would like to go to the beach tomorrow. And I really would like to go to the beach tomorrow and go and get in the water and go swim and have fun and everything, you know. So, thanks for letting me vent and let off some steam. And as I said, the perps probably blocked me from getting thumbs up on this video. But I know that I'm telling the truth. And so, I'm telling the truth to the best way I can express it. So, I would like to do some more writing today. But I'll see y'all later.